tends to be fashionable in this day and age to have a hit at the union movement, and I have to say I've been guilty of that in the past. But when you see the farce that is Ansett and the extent to which companies just go belly up and leave workers whistling with nothing, then perhaps some sections of the union movement aren't tough enough. There's been a fairly major exercise in union bashing going on for some months, calling itself a Royal Commission into the building industry. Remember, this is the same building industry that delivered the 2000 Olympic Games and all its infrastructure miles ahead of time. But the Victorian Secretary of the CFMEU has been charged and faces a fine or jail because he refused twice in July and August to give the names of shop stewards who attended CFMEU training workshops in 2001-2002. So a union official is subject to criminal charges because he refuses to give up the names of union activists. He simply said he wasn't going to put the livelihood of them and their families at risk. You might remember that the National Secretary of the CFMEU, John Sutton, called for the Royal Commissioner, Mr Justice Cole, to stand down because a report was issued in August critical of the New South Wales branch of the CFMEU, allegedly without even hearing evidence from the union. And the union released at the time some unbelievable figures. 97% of hearing time had been devoted to anti-union topics. 604 employers had been called to give evidence, only 33 workers. 3% of the witnesses from the rank of the worker, 71% from employers or their reps, and only 2% of hearing time spent on topics which didn't adversely affect the union. Now, surely in all of these things, fairness has to be real as well as apparent. But a bloke refuses to give up the names of his shop stewards and he faces criminal charges. It sounds to me fairly un-Australian. I'm Alan Jones.